Hi, my name is Steve Heon, and I'm the athletic director here at Western Albemarle. And I appreciate you taking the time to join us to view this winter sports parents information video. I hope you'll find it informative. And so let's jump right in. First thing I'd like to share is that we have a new full-time athletic trainer. Her name is Sage Wallace. She started with us back in August. She's been with us through the fall and done a nice job. And so anyway, you will see Sage around at our athletic events. We also have Amy Alvarez, who's been with us in previous years. She is going to be filling in as needed when we have heavy evenings through the winter. One of the things that they will be working on is our concussion policy, which is to do some baseline impact testing with all of our athletes ahead of the season for their future evaluation, and so we will be doing that here over the next couple weeks. County policies and procedures that we'd like to emphasize and share. First one is eligibility. For an athlete to be eligible, they must have passed 5 courses in the previous semester and be taking at least 5 in the current semester. They must also be in good standing with the school. So one thing to keep in mind for winter sports is because the sport runs from the first semester into the second semester, we will have to re-check eligibility at the end of the first semester for continued eligibility into the second semester. Additional requirements, everybody should have already provided their VHSL physical form, all 4 pages. We are able to allow athletes to participate with just page 3, but we do need all 4 pages, and so we may be reaching out to complete physicals here over the next few weeks. Activity registration as well. This is really important for a number of reasons, but including being able to get an athlete onto the master eligibility list for the Virginia High School League for eligibility to play in the regular season. So we're asking everybody to get that done by November 17th, if you would. Otherwise, an athlete will become ineligible to practice or play at that point. Our athletes, we view them as students first, so just to share our perspective on that. And one of the things that's been out there, a myth I guess, so to speak, is that athletes have thought that returning home late from a contest allowed them to come late to school the next day. Well, that's not the case. We do expect our athletes to be at first period each morning, and so no excuse for being home late. Also, in order to participate in a practice or a game, an athlete must attend at least half the day of school in order to participate after school. The Albemarle County Extracurricular Code of Conduct. This deals with the use of tobacco, alcohol, illegal and performance-enhancing drugs during the season. If there's a violation, we will suspend an athlete for 30 days or the remainder of the athletic season, whichever is longer. We can reduce that suspension to 2 weeks if the athlete successfully completes counseling. The second violation would be the same 30 days or the end of the season, whichever is longer. Reduction to 4 weeks if the athlete successfully completes counseling, and then a third violation would be a suspension for 365 days. Insurance. We want to make sure everybody understands that Albemarle County does not provide medical insurance. The Virginia High School League does provide catastrophic insurance should there be a very serious injury, but otherwise everything is expected to be handled by the athlete and their family. If someone does not have insurance and you'd like to look into an affordable option, FAMIS is a good option, and give us a call at the office. We'd be happy to connect you with that company and give you more information on their program. Activity buses, we do run an activity bus each evening after practice, each weekday. At 6:45 p.m. the bus will depart from out in front of our main gym along the curb there. We do ask that if you have a child utilizing the bus that someone be waiting on them at their drop. It's dark during the winter, and we just feel that would be safest. Away game transportation, we will provide a bus or vans to every away contest. That being said, athletes are still allowed to drive themselves to a contest or have a parent take them, and that's a decision that a parent and athlete need to make. Our coaches will not be involved in that, but we do need our coaches to know if an athlete is choosing to get themselves to a contest, so we know who should be on the bus. After contests, a legal guardian parent can check their child out and drive them home. We just ask that they check in with the coach again, so a coach knows who should be on the bus returning. And if an athlete is to get a ride home with someone other than a parent or legal guardian, we ask that a note be emailed to the athletic director and copy the coach by 4 p.m. on game day to be approved. Okay, so there does need to be approval for an athlete to get a ride home with someone other than a parent. Ticket and season passes. We are making a move this year from Ticket Spicket to GoFan. The fall season has gone fairly smoothly, and everyone's enjoyed the GoFan app. It is easier to use in many ways. Admission to all of our varsity contests this winter will be $6, so that's for basketball and wrestling events. Individuals that will be admitted free are seniors 62 and over, as well as any children that are not yet in kindergarten. Anybody that's a county ID as well, employed by the county, will get in free. Passes, we sell adult, student, and family passes. You can see the cost there for the season versus the annual. The family pass includes 2 adult and two student passes, and may still make sense for you. But all of those are sold on GoFan as well. Want to make sure everybody understands our student policy, Western Albemarle student policy. Western Albemarle students do not have to pay to attend any athletic event except for football this past fall and boys basketball games this winter. They get into all other events free at the school. We do offer a discounted ticket for basketball, $3, and that must be purchased by 4 p.m. on game days. And just a reminder, we do have season passes for students as well, if that makes more sense. Sportsmanship. High priority for us at Western. Overall, I'm very proud of the level of sportsmanship our coaches, athletes, fans, parents display. I do want not only our opponents but our officials to feel as if we're a first-class community and that we are welcoming, and behaviors by those in the stands are seen, I will say, and so we certainly like everyone to model good behavior. And just a quick mention of our officials shortage. It's a national issue. We are fortunate in some ways relative to other areas, but you can probably still tell that we have very few younger officials, and there's a lot of concern as to where sports will be here in the not too distant future. One of the reasons cited by surveys across the country as to why younger individuals are no longer interested in officiating is fan abuse. So Again, I think overall we're pretty good here, but anything, I guess, said toward officials may not be received well and may discourage individuals from continuing to officiate. So we'd like to ask everyone to thank our officials, because without them, there are no contests. Parent-coach communication. Our coaches are more than willing to have conversation regarding any athlete in regards to things that might be going on outside of the sport itself, anything that they can do to help a young athlete through difficult times or what have you. So certainly, if you feel that one of our coaches can be of assistance in that, we hope you will take advantage of that, and that could be also on the academic side as well. In terms of playing time and team strategy and so forth, those are really off limits, I guess, for communication with coaches. The playing time piece, we'd really like athletes to own that. I think it's a great opportunity for them to advocate for themselves and learn how to approach an adult about an issue like that. My recommendation is to broach the subject from the angle of what is it that you'd like to see me do that will allow me to earn more playing time. And coaches are more than happy to sit down with athletes and talk about specific skills, etc., that would give an athlete the best chance for playing time. Team strategy, every coach, you can have two of the best coaches in the world in a sport in the same room, and they can have totally different strategies. Again, kind of feel that is off limits. The 24-hour rule, I think it's a really good rule, one to keep in mind. Sometimes I know, emotions may be high for whatever reason from a contest, and a conversation might want to be had, but the conversation will be much more productive if we wait 24 hours, let the emotions die down from a contest, both for the parent, for the coach, for the athlete, and a much more productive meeting will take place if we do that. A few additional items to share. Western has moved back to Class 3. We were Class 4 the last 2 years, so we are back in Region 3C, which is comprised of schools from Lynchburg, over in the Valley, as well as Central Virginia. Name, image, and likeness, the NIL, which you hear a lot about at the collegiate level, has made its way to high school, and the VHSL now allows for NILs. A couple of things to keep in mind is that no VHSL or Western Albemarle events or logos, uniforms, etc. may be used in any social media posts, and that the WAS administration should be notified should an athlete sign a contract for an NIL. You need to be made aware within 72 hours of that contract. Another thing to share is that the Virginia High School League and across the state has had an issue with fighting and insensitive remarks, ejections for those actions. And so now the suspension for an ejection for fighting and insensitive remarks is 30% of a season in basketball. That is going to equate to 7 games, since 22 games is our allowed maximum. Carey Gardner Fund. This is a fund we have here at the school, a significant amount of funds actually, to help any athlete in need. We are eager to find individuals that need the help and hope that they will come forward to ask. So wanted to make sure you were aware of that. To stay current, you can go to our website that's got all our schedules, which will be updated as we make any changes. Rosters are there as well. So the wahswarriors.com, wahswarriors.com website is what you want to bookmark. And then also back to activity registration. When you register, we get email addresses for parents as well, so we can notify them of any changes to practices or contests and any other information we feel like we need to get out to the community. Okay, that's it. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. If any questions were generated, please don't hesitate to reach out to our office. My assistant, Morgan Baker, or myself would be happy to answer any questions you have. Looking forward to a great winter season. Have a good day.